Hello guys, it's Jake from Watch for Tactical, and today I'm going to be showcasing you some of the brand new NUPROL Vanguards that we've got in store with us today. Okay, as you can see here, I'm stood with our Vanguard wall. Right, it's a full decked out wall of every single model they've just released. Okay, of their brand new line of the NUPROL Vanguard. Okay, now we have had these previously, however, it was the Pioneers. Okay, which was a modern take on the previous generation they did of the full metal line. Okay, so last year's Pioneers, when we got them in store, they were polymer with a microswitch trigger, so it was electronic trigger, but they didn't have much more to it, just a rotary hop and the usual. Very good guns, okay? However, what we see with this line is a significant step up, okay? Which is now included with their Vortex ETU MOSFET, right? So what this means is that you are getting a M4 platform very similar to what you got from them last time. However, this now comes with that ETU MOSFET, which you can program, right? Inside the box, when you open it, as you'll see on the demonstration, you get a nice little ETU card, which is a MOSFET card of how you can program that trigger, all right? As you can see here, we've got several different lines on the store. They're all pretty much the same price range, okay? And they are very, very good for the price and the value for the money, all right? I did fire these on the range, which is coming up on the video as well. And surprisingly, I put no rounds through that before I fired it, and the grouping is actually really tight, okay? Which I'm quite impressed with. Now, I do say in the video it's 15 feet, however, the range is about 15 meters, all right? So you're looking at 15 meters for our accuracy test, which we've done, and obviously you can see the results of that further down, all right? We've got them in black and tan. We didn't go for any of the two-tone, all right? We've just gone black and tan as always. Obviously, most of our people that shop with us are already RIF members or UCAR registered, okay? If you're unsure about that, then come and chat to us and we can sort that out for you as well in store. That's no problem, but we can offer them in two-tone if requested, all right? Now, looking at the models, you can see here, you've got ones with Keymod handrails at the top, okay? These are all polymer composite all the way through. I'd just like to make that clear. The barrels internally, so the outer barrel is still a metal barrel, okay? But the furniture, i.e. handguard, upper, lower receiver, stock, and pistol grip is polymer. However, surprisingly, they have a metal buffer tube for the stock, which means a little bit more sturdy on that back end, okay? And it is also serial numbered, which is quite nice as well. So you've obviously got the Keymod rails, you've got the M-Lock rails as well. Some nice, more sleek designs for those of you that like the C-clamp. We've got the longer variants, okay, up to 13 inch, which I believe, looking at this one here, we have the Sentry, okay, it's a Sentry 13 inch. Now this one here has got the QD points on the side as well, okay, obviously thread on the front for your 14 counterclockwise threads for your traces and everything else, okay. Lovely loaded position on the weapon, and it has a very nice feel to it. Now, although they are polymer, they don't feel polymer. They are very sturdy, very tough to feel, and quite obviously durable as well. A few different models. One that you do get, everyone loves, is a good old-fashioned SOP mod, okay? Comes with the rail covers, comes with the grip as well at the front, okay? Nice and simple there, but again, an absolute fantastic piece. Now, the MOSFET itself, being the Vortex, which is a brand new MOSFET that we're seeing from NUPROL, is a new thing that I haven't really got my head into it too much, other than a quick glance at the card itself, which means that I can see already that it has the option for the 2-round burst, 3-round, all the way up to 5-round burst. And also, it gives you the option for that binary trigger as well, okay? I think you could semi-lock it, but just don't quote me on that. We'll come into that further on, all right? Again, full range. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different models that we have here in store, okay? And we'll be doing a little bit more of a deep dive into these and hopefully showing them off at our events in the next few weeks. Okay, so we're on the range at Blackstone CQB, the Rift Airsoft range as well, which we can see just here in the video, okay, of our nice Rift Airsoft target. So we're going to take a couple of shots at the target now from approximately 15 feet away. I've just set the hop in. That's pretty much the only thing I've done. I'm just going to get myself set in to obviously the target itself, okay? So the first couple of rounds might be a bit off, but we're just going to do a grouping. So we're not looking to hit the center because I don't know how accurate those sights are, but we're just going to see how good the grouping is. Of about 10 shots, okay? Cool. So, hopefully, you can see on there how good we've done and a little bit of that target itself. So looking over the top of the target, I'm just seeing how those shots have appeared. And again, from 15 meters, you can kind of see a decent little group there, which is nice to see on the target itself, again, for a rifle like this, okay? So we can expect a little bit more of a spread if you reach out to 30 meters, but still quite consistent for what you'll get in there out the box at this price range, which is really good. Again, better than I've seen on other brands that we're spending quite a lot more money on. So really good win here for the NUPROL Vanguard. Okay, so we're going to take a little look at opening up the box here and see what we get inside one of the very lovely brand new Delta Vanguard series. Okay, you can see here the box, obviously with the NUPROL logo on the top, and it has the ETU AG series with the little Vortex logo here that you can see denoting this is one of the Vortex models. All right, on the side of the box here, we're going to be taking a look at the SOP mod version, which is the Pathfinder. Okay, so this one here again, retail roughly at £150 right there, okay, which is a pretty good price. And again, this obviously is all Airsoft replica. This is not a real firearm, okay. We are just doing a little deep dive in to see what these things come in at and how they look on the field itself and compare with other models. Very similar, okay. So what I would say is you can compare this very similar to one of the Delta Line Eagle series, okay, or your Raven Evolution M4 platforms, your Specna arms with the HAL ETU in it. This is kind of in that same bracket, especially at around about the 150 price point, okay. So we've got a little manual there, which you can see. Obviously got our standard packing foam here. You've got your cleaning rod, which, can I be completely honest, is quite scarce nowadays. And not many times am I finding rifles that come with an unjamming rod, which is really nice because you always need one of them, all right? A nice NUPROL patch, which is a nice touch, right? We've got a SANAG mag. It is a mid-cap, and it is steel composite, right? It's nice, very sturdy finish to that, okay, which is really good. I think the capacity on these is about 140, but again, I cannot remember, so do not quote me on that, all right? Obviously, here we have our ETU card, all right, which you can see right there. It is a Vortex quick start guide. So to enter program mode, turn the selector twice from semi to auto. The Vortex ETU will beep twice to indicate it is in the program mode. Then we've got a program configuration very similar to all those tree branch ones that you can see here. So pull the trigger for less than 2 seconds and 8 times, and recycles the option selections. So 1 time, so you've got semi only, 2 round burst, 3 round burst, 4 round, 5 round, binary trigger, and just standard full auto, right? And you can confirm those changes by holding the trigger for 2 seconds. The ETU will beep once configuration will be saved and exit the program mode. That's pretty cool. It's pretty simple bit of kit there. It doesn't look like it's too complicated, which is great because obviously sometimes you'll find these things are really hard to get your head around. There's a QR code there, and it's got this nice little keyring loop so you can attach it to your kit if you're out in the field and you need to see it, all right? Overall, great little touch there. Love that. Right, so the weapon itself, here we go. So this is the Pathfinder version, which is a SOP mod variant, okay? It's very nice kind of CTR stock on there. As I mentioned before, very nice finish on the buffer tube there from NUPROL, with obviously the laser engraved on that, which is really cool. You've got your laser engraved NUPROL logos on the side, semi, and obviously safe flip up irons, which is on the rear for this model. However, others do have it on the front too. And we've also got the charging handle. So the charging handle's metal, buffer tube's metal, top composite here is polymer for the middle, and polymer here, but then a metal outer barrel and muzzle at the front, all right? Cocking it back, you'll see there's a nice, oh, there we go, a bit stiff on the first open. We've got a very nice there, baby blue rotary hop, which looks like a new hop design. Not something I've actually looked at properly. We haven't taken this apart yet, but we'll do a video on one of those soon, so don't worry. And down the front, it's got the brass barrel, which sits right at the end, okay? Obviously, rail cover guards on this, if you don't want it to be too clunky, and battery will go in the back. Obviously, there's a button here to take that stock off. Got to push it on both sides, which is quite hard to do when you're recording as well. There we go. And Dean's connection, which is great. Plenty of space in the buffer tube there to get a 1550 Dean's in if you wanted to. A nice decent sized stick battery, which is exactly what you'd want now. Definitely would recommend LiPo on this one, and I believe it is 7.4 all the way. All right. Pretty heavy, to be honest, for a polymer rifle. It's a decent amount of weight inside this weapon, all right? And again, overall, the performance of them, if I'm being completely honest, for what you're getting out of the box, this is an amazing gun for an entry. If you just want something to get in, you want a backup weapon, you've already got your main primary, or you want a gas blowback, but you want that backup weapon that's reliable and not going to blow the arse out the budget. Or, for example, you just want something that you can have a play with, put some more upgrades into it, throw some stuff into it. But overall, a really nice bit of kit, especially for the price as well, which is it. Oh, in this one, which you didn't see here, you get a vertical grip, similar to the Knights Armament ones, obviously, but it's an unbranded one. But really cool. Obviously, just screws in and then slides onto the front. There you go. So we'll get this one on the range, give it a test, or one of the models on the range, and then we'll see how we get on.